Hey folks, and welcome to the first in-person Julie Makes a Grade. I'm joined here with a special guest, Joel from South Dakota.
Hey everyone. Often heard, never seen.
Yes. Unless you're in the Facebook group, in which case. So, we actually planned a little bit ahead for this one, all things considered, and we decided for this build, we're going to be doing a master grade for the first time on the show, and I gave Joel a few suggestions.
Yeah, like 8?
Well, I want to keep you a breadth of like the Gundam's very varied, and Gunpla especially. And then you picked the one that, I'm not gonna lie, I was only dreading in terms of space and size.
Right, sure.
Because this thing is the Mobile Suit FA-78 Full Armor Gundam from Gundam Thunderbolt in Master Grade. This thing is like 2.5 pounds when you actually build it.
So I'm looking at the side of the box here, and it looks like if you need to save space, you can just take all his accessories off.
Oh yeah, if you need to save space, you take all his accessories off, and then just have a bunch of plastic lying about, which is really handy.
So what you do is the same thing I do with my Legos, and just scatter them all around as battle damage.
I don't have the space for that, Joel. I live in one room in this entire house. By the way, this is my house, folks. Welcome. This is the very bare, recently renovated kitchen.
Oh, you mean this isn't your Gunpla studio?
God, I wish I had a Gunpla studio. I really wish I did. Unfortunately, that got turned into the house office in lieu of needing space for the renovation. Long story short, I built my tiny room. Anyway, full disclosure as well, we have spent a lot of time actually fixing on the technical stuff with recording and such, so we're actually just going to jump right into the build. The idea is that we're going to build together this kit. Joel, you barely dipped your toe into the high grade game.
Hey, I've got like an hour and a half of very sleepy experience.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, folks that don't know, literally Joel landed at the airport at 7 a.m. on Saturday. I picked him up. He couldn't check in early, so I was like, let's just go to Gunpla Club. You can see on my Twitter, at GatsbyLow, that I just straight away bought him a kit that I was planning to buy him anyway. And it's like, let's just build. Show you the ropes. So yeah, welcome to Master Grade. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff.
Where's that stuff going, by the way?
We have a box. Like, I use these boxes basically as I container boxes, and then I'll just chuck rubbish in here and then transport it to an extra garbage bag later.
Alright.
Yeah. I have a system.
Planning out the logistics live.
Right, yeah. I mean, this is just how I build in general.
Right. You just normally don't have to explain your process to someone.
No, God, no. I'm usually need it on camera as well. Screw it. So yeah, I figure, again, if anyone knows my build process, and the right build process, we start with the legs. So the thing is, we can do a leg each. Ooh, there's gun on my leg something. No, stop. So yes, we've got nice booklet instruction manual.
Yeah, that's much nicer than the instruction manual I had in mind.
Yeah, it's got including all this detail stuff in color, like the actual Gundam, how it looks like in the animation. I'm supposed to get a bit closer with the camera. Yeah, really cool stuff. I kind of wish this was all in English, unfortunately, but that's the case. You only kits last year got instruction manuals like the lore bits in English. You always get all like the ridiculous amount of military spec stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Specification: model number FA-78 armaments, twin beam rifle, rocket launcher, large beam gun, missile pod, backpack 6, breast 16, skirt 24, knee 12, same. Beam saber 3, shield 4. I know I shouldn't reveal a Gundam's measurements on camera.
That's really inconsiderate.
Listen. And then we've also got the fold out section here, which just shows you all the cool features of the kit itself, which I find pretty neat. Just cool. It's actually nice when you're especially like attaching any of the decals, and you just want to know exactly where they go.
Right. Yeah. What's the placement supposed to be like? Because yeah, I've noticed that in the actual instructions, it's not always super clear.
Yeah, they do have instruction at the back of like where to place that stuff, but it's nice having an actual photo at the start of the manual to refer back to.
Right. Like an after effect.
Right. Yeah. It's like, when you're cooking as well, like you kind of want something to look at, to go, okay, that looks right.
Right, I'm on the right track here.
Yeah, we've got all the parts listing for the frames. This one, of course, comes with a stand, because it needs a stand to stand up, because this thing is so fucking huge.
Yeah, I feel like all those shields would probably throw off its center of gravity too.
I do love that they just make you. They tell you build the stand first.
Right, you're gonna need that.
You're gonna need that. But that's okay because we're gonna build the legs first, which are guard stand. I came up that flat. I don't know what I mean by any of that. Alright, so yeah, let's start with both legs. That pretty much starts.
Okay, I really like that this has along the side
tabs. Yeah, I'll show that to the camera as well.
It's all encyclopedia style.
Yeah, so you can actually just keep track of which section you're actually on. I'm gonna be honest, I don't use those a lot. I just eyeball it. Alright, so let's get to building. I've also got our tools here as well. I've got my own nippers, which John will be using because I didn't feel like just kind of buying you a kit was bad enough. Just give you a whole tool set.
Yeah, here you go, everything you need.
Yeah, it was like, not gonna literally force you into that. I did with Molly only because she knew what she was getting into. Alright, so.
Wait, you're saying I don't know what I'm getting into?
It's more that Molly knew she was getting into the hobby with me. I'm not actually gonna force that on you. I mean, that was the trade. She gets me into Homestuck, I get into Gunpla.
Boy, one of those trades is a lot more expensive than the other.
Homestuck might cost a lot, Joel.
I mean, I've spent a lot of money on Homestuck.
I was gonna say, yeah, you want all the music, and listen, I want a Club's Deuce plush, and a Vodka Martini plush.
Who doesn't?
And a console plush. I want it all, damn it. Alright, so yeah, where do we start actually?
Oh, you want it all, so a little cow plush. I'll put you down for one of those.
I want almost all of it. Anyway. Oh yeah, so interesting thing with designs in this series of Gundam is that they don't just have regular tubing, they need it because they oh god, the law. So basically they're in a specific stormy section of space.
Sure, okay.
Basically they're taking this entire series is a short series that takes place in the aftermath of a colony that's been entirely destroyed.
Okay.
So
the rings are Alderaan, basically.
Yeah, and basically, imagine all the debris and flot sand there.
Yep.
So, the mechs in there have to have specific, tube coverings on their suits, that way not every little piece of junk gets in there.
Sure.
I
can relate.
Oh god, so good. So, we're gonna need the actual, let's open some of these packets at least. Not gonna open all of them because that will just create too much waste right off the bat. But we are gonna need those.
Right, important when building a Gunpla to conserve.
Right, but not this incredibly wasteful hobby that involves a lot of plastic, which may or may not be recyclable. I've not looked into that too much. I should look more into that.
Yeah, plastic is tricky with that.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing. Just see what we've got here.
Decals, it looks like.
God,
that is a lot of decals.
That's not the worst shit I've seen, but yeah. Just right here, just right here. Because I want to do a full catalog to make sure I have not missed out on anything. Because those are all orange. This one's shield parts. Frame stuff for the back half. So I don't need that yet. This looks like frame stuff for the actual Gundam itself. That's all the multiple stuff we probably need as well. So keep that here for the time being. Just so I know that's what we need. Where is the actual stuff kept? Because I don't know. It's always the problem when...
Right, the parts list should kind of give us an idea.
You would hope so, yeah. Again, it's all in Japanese as well, so you can't always keep track. That's the problem with stuff that comes off the frame. Sometimes kits will come with tubes and wiring, and it's well...
Right, you can't really number that.
Yeah. So it's just hard to keep track, especially when you're looking for it in the packet. Oh,
additional decals, yeah, additional in the bags, that's great.
It's fine. It's all
good. You thought you were going stickers? Think again.
The stickers aren't too bad, at least. With master grades, it's definitely a lot less bad. I'm really curious what stuff is. Anyway, let's see. Oh, actually, okay. This might just be a demonstration of it, which is fine. So we just move on straight to the actual building itself. So we're going to need B to start with. Looks like we're going to need B, E, and H. So I'll grab those little E.
Bah.
Bah. Big. A. F, E, and B here. Cool.
We're gonna need the PC.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty quick, too.
Yeah. I'll just split the frames for the time being, so let's One for you, one for me.
It is nice that they just print 2 sets of it. It's real convenient for this work.
Yeah, it's real handy. One for you, one for me. Just gonna keep a rubbish bin going here, everyone. Yeah. Alright, and then we're also going to grab those polycaps. They're in this packet.
What about each? Oh, that's together.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab. I was gonna grab the polycaps first.
Oh, okay.
Those are pretty vital. H. Here we go.
H. Here we go.
It's a little bit something that I need to grab the right frame to having to look at the actual number. Oh yeah, that should be the H frame. I know because it's like a different color one, but it's all monochrome. Something broken in me. All right, so we are starting with looks like the feet. So I need polycap 4, 1 each. Alright, and then we need B9 and 10. So gray part to start off with. And 10, cool. Oh.
I'm really concerned that at the end of this, there's going to be very clear who did which leg.
Well, I feel like there's also going to be some... I'm going to make a quality control stage as well, once we actually have like cutting out pieces, because I've also got sanding paper as well as my file here. On my wall, which was previously being used as a camera stand before I crapped out. Well, plus, like, this gun is just big enough that we'll probably need to actually, like, we're gonna have to split this build up into 2 different parts anyway.
Sure.
So, this time, yeah, we can solve all the technical issues that we're facing beforehand. As far as we can need it.
Okay.
Yeah, when you say, like, we're gonna be able to, who built which leg, that was the case with me and my best friend when we were building the perfect raid. That he bought, which was just kind of ridiculous. And then, yeah, it was clear, like, didn't want to toot my own horn, but it's obvious who had more experience with the hobby and who didn't.
Well, it's just natural.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be.
Alright. What's that part? I'm going to double check, because I did get some questions as well.
Yeah, that's the one problem with both of us building is normally one of us is free to ask stuff and...
Yeah. Check out anything in McNarspike viewers, yeah. That's alright though. I've got it's kind of spread out there. I've got it on Twitter and Facebook and Slack as well. It's fine. I can
I'm surprised you didn't hit up Discord.
I did.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no response from Discord. Know where to find those now. We got something on E6. The white piece. Also, I have cleared space for this kit now in my room.
Very important.
It's going to require the amount of space. Yeah, it's not even like... I'll say this about this kit. At least it's not one of the ostentatious kits with like super huge wing backpack or anything.
Right, yeah, it takes up a lot of space, but it's all contained within a fairly reasonable, let's say, bubble.
Yeah, it's a nice little boxy kit, which I appreciate.
H6, H7, and H8.
Yep. I remember someone at the Gunpla Club was once asking why don't they just like put the numbers in direct order all the time? And I thought, it's kind of like the typewriter thing. Like, that's why we have keyboards the way they are.
Right.
Because back then it was the case where, you know, if you type too quick with a typewriter, you're just going to break it.
Yeah, the keys are going to jam up, which is...
Which you do not want. So I think, in this case, it's more, it just kind of forces you take stock of the actual kit.
Right, and yeah, making sure that you're actually getting the right pieces and you're not just taking shortcuts by assuming.
Exactly, yeah. Which I found a lot of people do. Even myself to this day with the hobby just by accident.
It's easy once you start feeling familiar with the process.
Yep.
That you want to start like just skipping ahead to the stuff you know you can do.
Right.
And then if anything ever deviates from your experience, or if you're just not thinking clearly,
yeah,
it can lead to trouble.
Teacher me can talk about you can talk there about the difference between novice and expert learners and just all the stuff involved in the psychology relevant to that. Alright, so I was saying as well, also showing you like a bit of the series is from Gundam Thunderbolt, but I also thought, this series is particularly brutal.
Might not be a great entry point.
Right, it's always the case where like, when you first get into the hobby, sometimes it's best if you don't know the Gundam pilots of the kits you're buying.
Right, you can go purely based on look and that,
Right. I remember when friend of the network, Mal, bought a kit, and then just immediately like tweeted after me like, "Hey, yo, why didn't you tell me that the kid in pilots just dies and it's an actual child?" I'm like, welcome to war, buddy. It ain't pretty. I mean, it's where that meme comes from, of like that MS Paint drawn original Gundam shooting the laser beam that is labeled as like, you know, war is bad over the audience's head, and the audience just looking at the gun and going, cool robot.
right.
Which, it's funny how, like, applicable that meme is really, because, like, it's the same thing for, like, Nier Automata, like, look at this hot lady, but actually it's like, oh no, it's about, like, transhumanism and, like loneliness as a concept, that entire game. Same as well as about, have you heard about The Last Night? That game that was announced at E3?
Oh, Night, N-I-G-H-T, not like the new Transformers movie?
Yeah.
I have not.
So, that is a really awesome looking cyberpunk game. I'm going to start off by saying that.
Okay.
Fortunately, the creator of it, kind of a alt-right gaming gator.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's just like, yep, that's cool. It's a real shame because that game looks amazing.
Right, and sometimes it's okay to be able to separate the artist from the art, but that's not always possible.
Well, in this case, Joel, the reason the cyberpunk feature is so bad in this world is because I'm not kidding over people have lost their drive thanks to universal basic income. When the politics like color the game that much, yeah. Also, I'm gonna say as an artist, I would not lose my creative drive if I was given a basic income for not doing anything. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the problem with that kind of reasoning is people who want to work will find ways to work. Like,
yeah.
Case in point, my dad is not somebody who can just be content having time off.
Right.
He plans for his time off by like preparing projects around the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just sometimes around town. Like he does a lot of, helping out with stuff just because he is the kind of person who always wants to be busy.
Exactly.
And the thing about a universal basic income is people who want to still be working will still work.
And people who just not even working, but people who want to like do stuff like with passion and creativity will still find plenty of time to do that. I mean, we didn't get into the podcast game for the money.
Right.
Say that like that's not to make a living.
I think the biggest concern that I can understand as a concern is the shitty jobs no one wants to do.
Right. That's understandable.
Like without the shitty impetus of you have to be employed or else you will literally die because you can't afford to feed your family.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be harder to get people to do some of the crappy stuff nobody wants to do.
Right. That's definitely like an understandable.
But the thing is, you can still pay them more.
Yeah.
For doing that, and there's always going to be somebody who's willing to go however far they need to in order to, have more money for things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like look at like when airlines oversell a flight and need to like free up a seat.
Yeah.
Like there's always a price you'll be able to find that somebody is willing to change their plans for.
Exactly. Especially if you offer like, you can just fly in a free first class seat.
Right. So like I feel like you can still get people to do sanitation work and all the other really crappy stuff that isn't necessarily the most rewarding work in and of itself.
Exactly, yeah. Also, it's kind of a dim view on humanity of like no one would ever take up those jobs if they weren't paid. It's like,
right.
I mean, some people are willing to do that hard work.
I was gonna say, going back to going back to the whole, some people are just driven to work. Like there are people who will do a job just because it needs to be done. Like you look at people who volunteer to like clean up highways and stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Like there are people out there who are just willing to fill a need when they see it.
Yeah.
And honestly, those types of people are going to be more likely to do some of this stuff if they know that their basic needs are being taken care of.
Exactly. Like I would really volunteer more if I just didn't have to worry about whatever bills I have to pay on my own.
Right. If 90%, well, 90% is a bit of an exaggeration, but
right.
I think it's 60% of my waking time is consumed by my job.
Yeah.
If I no longer had that to worry about, I would be a lot more likely to, spend my time in, more charitable endeavors. Because I'd like to do that stuff. It's just really hard to devote the only free time I have to it.
Yeah. Also, already got some stickers.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop mine in and then hand the tweezers to you. That's the nice thing about Master Grade sleeves, because they're bigger, the stickers are also bigger, so it's like not as much of a pain to put them on. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't 100% clear on how that was supposed to connect, so I'm glad yours is done.
Yeah. I can provide a working example. God, am I ever terrified of another teacher joining our podcast network and then I have to worry about being fact-checked about it.
We'll finally find out how much BS you've been feeding.
Listen, I got a very good mark for my classroom management plan assignment. Which is weird that I was marked so highly on something I can take to a job interview.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, it's reassuring. Also, folks, just letting you know, we've got popcorn, which is very handy.
Astute viewers might have realized that because I was totally eating it while you were talking about it.
That's the funny thing, like, in a regular audio-ass recording, I of course wouldn't have noticed that, but now in video somehow, like, you just entered my blind spot for eating popcorn. Which I think is technically called the Ernie spot. The Ernie zone, I should say, sorry. Get my technical jargon up to speed.
I'm in your gym and juice bar.
Man, I'm almost like... Not to talk about the movie, because I don't really want to talk about the movie that much. Even though I was more charitable to it than you were.
I was very hard on that movie.
Which is fair, honestly. That's deserved. But, both kind of like that weird thing of... They could have done a fun homage to the Jimmy Juice Bar, but also I can easily see that going so wrong, I was glad they didn't do.
I feel like the movie they created didn't really have a space for the Jim and Juice Bar.
That's fair. That's
Alternatively, I feel like Krispy Kreme was their Jim and Juice Bar.
Almost, but not exactly. At least the Jim and Juice Bar didn't feel like the most soulless advertising.
I mean, it was a lot of advertising for the Jim and Juice Bar, but I don't think that place ever made a profit, so...
Yeah.
It's hard to feel like that was too scummy.
What you guys determined that either A, it's a money laundering front, or B, Ernie is the worst at business, which it could be both.
Well, I wonder if he still has that rich lady, like,
Oh,
financing.
right!
Maybe his sugar mama is letting him just be a charitable, like,
God.
like, as long as it's keeping the youth of Angel Grove occupied so they aren't, like, stealing street signs and, like, causing general mischief and mayhem.
Okay, yeah.
Could you imagine if there wasn't a formal outlet for the sheer amount of karate energy contained by the youth of Angel Grove?
Okay, now answer me this. What's a funny mental image? Tommy and Jason driving around a convertible, like, roundhouse kicking mailboxes, or in their actual Power Rangers outfits using the power sword and dragon dagger to knock down mailboxes.
I really like picturing them doing what we did, which was drive around and have people lean out the window with like a broom handle or something and joust them.
Oh yeah.
Only using like the power lance instead.
No, I just remember what my sister used to do with her friends, which was because she worked at a pizzeria,
Okay.
and at the end of the day, there was of course like a lot of leftover bread they just couldn't use anymore.
Right.
And there wasn't in our suburb, like, honestly, because it was, you know, a small town, so there wasn't really like a homeless population to even give that to.
Right.
Because that was clearly what they would have obviously done otherwise. So they would just drive around in the middle of the night when no one was awake, just throwing stale bread at each other, like some Roman chariots bullshit, like the games demand this. Yeah, my sister and friends got some real bullshit.
Yeah, the jousting mailboxes sounds like needless destruction of property, but considering the other big pastime of the same guys who are doing that was creating and then having wars with potato guns, that was probably preferable.
Yeah.
You do some actual damage.
With a potato arrow. I don't remember, that's right, one of my favorite stories of my sister's, which is hilarious because, you know, she's a lawyer now, so it's just, like, really funny remembering teenage her. And back in the day, when it was her birthday, her friends stole a park bench and left it on our front lawn. It was one of those big concrete park benches as well. I don't know how they got it from A to B to C.
That is some impressive, that's impressive work.
The funniest thing though was, the front lawn is straight outside my mom's window.
No, so she was the first one to see it.
It was just like, oh, I bet my sister got in some real bad trouble by proxy.
Yeah, that sucks when your friends do something that you actually don't have any involvement with, but because they're your friends, they ended up getting you involved.
I just want to imagine, like, well, it's like, yeah, we'll get her a park bench.
I mean, yeah, that from thinking as a teenager, that's a pretty awesome gift. Like, committing a felony for somebody is very touching.
We did end up putting the park bench in the backyard, which is buried deep behind the house and never to be seen again. It's like we buried a body, like, we dismembered the park bench, like, dumped it in hydrochloric acid. Act real nonchalant.
Melted it back into, like, liquid concrete and used it to, like, make a new walkway.
Yeah, exactly. You know, act all nonchalant but awkward every time we see, you know, missing posters for the park bench.
Right, because that's something that cities totally do.
Yeah, of course, no. Oh, speaking of cities and infrastructure and such, have you seen some of the new Mario Odyssey stuff?
Yeah, I don't like it. The core of the game looks pretty good.
Sure.
The, everything about the concept of some of the systems I despise.
Sure. Alright, example. I'm curious.
I don't like Mario possessing things.
That's creepy as all hell. Here's the thing.
It's also not a mechanic I'm at all keen on. Like,
Oh, sure.
I don't want to have a whole bunch of gameplay devoted around taking control of these other, like, things in the environment that interact in their own unique ways.
Right.
And having to use that to navigate the environment. Just give me a consistent set of controls with some minor alterations through power-ups,
Yeah.
and let me use those to navigate.
I honestly, here's the thing. I don't mind him possessing inanimate things and like doing interesting things like using like possessing a rocket ship, turning into electricity and stuff. That's not as wild. It gets really weird when he just takes over a human being's body.
Yeah, that's
actually creepy.
That's disturbing. Yeah, like I mean, if it was just like the bullet bills, for instance,
right?
That I could get behind because that's not much different from a mechanic where you just hop on them and use them as a ride.
It's an extra layer to that mechanic.
Yeah, I feel like Galaxy had some stuff that worked kind of like that at one point.
Right, and like, and like I said, unfortunately it is kind of that balance. Like, you know, how do you add something like that without it being either A, a full feature, or B, something that's so ancillary, then why did you add it in the first place?
Yep,
But that's all about gameplay and balance.
Right, and the thing about Nintendo, and especially the teams that have been working on Mario lately, is I fully trust them to make good use of these systems.
Yeah.
Like, they're very good at coming up with... They don't come up with systems and then try to find a way to make them work. They come up with cool ideas for levels and then invent systems to allow them to create those levels.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a good way to do it to make the systems not feel ancillary. It's just, that's not a system I'm interested in working with.
Sure. Yeah, like, I think that game has a lot of fun, interesting style to it, and I like some of just the random, even Mayor Pauline is a fun idea.
Oh, that, I am very on board with Mayor Pauline.
Yeah.
For all the other potential issues with New Dunk City, she is fantastic.
It's just weird though, Joel, it's just ordinary human beings.
Yeah, no, I'm not okay with the fucking Sonic Adventure ass stuff. Like, if you're gonna, Nintendo, you're on top of the Mario versus Sonic thing by a wide margin. You do not need to crib anything from them.
It's also weird when he's, in the game, Mario jumps through, rings and collects them as well as also rolling into a wall sometimes, and you're just like, okay, Nintendo, seriously, what are you doing?
No,
what are you actually doing?
You need to stop.
Did Sega sit in a deep plant, Infernal Affair style?
Well, maybe Nintendo and Sega seem to have a sort of informal partnership at this point.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe there was a cultural exchange of ideas involved with that.
I don't know if I like that cultural exchange.
Oh no, I'm not okay with it by any means.
That said, I'm at least happy that Zack and TWO can finally be a Goomba.
Yeah, yeah, see, that's the thing. In spite of certain aspects of that game not really being things I want, it looks like it's really well done.
That's always the thing with Nintendo. There's always that polish to it.
And honestly, 3D Mario games aren't entirely my jam anyway.
Yeah,
I played through portions of both Galaxies before losing interest in continuing. Because when they start getting really challenging, I just realize I don't like them enough to actually push through the difficulty.
Sure.
They just become frustrating to me. So I think in the end it's okay if I'm not fully on board with how that game's going because I'm really not their target audience.
Yeah, that's exactly
And
it.
as long as the people who really like 3D Marios are happy with it, and I know some people who have really been eager for a game that kind of returns back to the Mario 64 style of level layouts and stuff, and this seems like it's going to be scratching some of those itches.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy for them.
I'm not gonna lie, I never was a Mario 64 co.
I genuinely think it's a bad game.
That's fair.
I appreciate it for being a trailblazer. I fully recognize how important it is to gaming, how much language they established for 3D platforming and all that. But I don't think it gets a pass for fun based on that.
Right.
And I just feel like it's way too primitive of a game.
Yeah. I still gotta find those tubes because we're gonna need them soon.
Well, I'm sure you're well ahead of me, so you have time.
That's the benefit of having one person who's experienced and will be one person who's not. That way, one person can actually look ahead. Also, yeah, that Rabbids game. We don't need to talk about it. But like, here's the thing. I kind of wish they did that entire concept, but only with Mario characters.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm not into XCOM. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's very close to the kind of thing I like from a game, but it's got just enough things that I find frustrating.
Sure.
So I wouldn't be super into it anyway, but yeah, I do feel like saddling it with a type of character that a lot of people find obnoxious is not going to do any favors.
Right.
Like, it very much feels like if you needed to unload rabbits on someone, that's a very good product to, like, force them to accept it in order to get this product. I don't know that video games really work that way.
No.
Like, I don't think people are going to say, I really, really need Mario XCOM, so I will tolerate the rabbits.
God,
I feel like it's more likely for people to say, I would have loved a Mario XCOM, but I do not want these rabbits.
Right, yeah. It's always that weird thing, like, where do we keep the extra things that are gimmicks for the rest of the thing? There's only there and there in a separate bag. See, both the good and frustrating thing about Gunpla is that it's they've got such a lockdown on all this stuff that, it's never, like, you can never assume, there's a fault in like the actual like packaging, or like you missed out on a part like from a factory error. It's always going to be the case where if you're missing something, it's probably because you like just can't find it. Yeah.
Right. It's similar to Legos. I don't think I've ever had a Lego set that was straight up missing a piece I needed to complete.
Right.
There are times where like a piece had fallen and I didn't notice, and it's buried in the carpet. There have been times where it's sitting right in front of me next to another piece, and I just looked over it 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Also, I'm curious about what the fabled Pokemon Switch game will end up being.
Probably very similar to the ones we got on 3DS, but with higher resolution models. They're still going to be the same, I'm sure, low detail models that I hate. Yeah, I'm expecting it to not be very much different from the 3DS ones, except drastically less user-friendly and portable, because it's on a much worse system for that sort of game.
Yeah. I'll stand. Now let me just say this one. Let me pitch you an idea. A BioWare made or Telltale made Detective Pikachu game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Like, give me that. I want to see that. So we find the tubes. This is the only part. The tubes were all flat packed. So they don't look like tubes.
No, those are. I mean, technically, they're a non-cylindrical tube.
Right.
With a very narrow.
I'm wondering now because let me check what this little packet is because these could be different tubes that we might need.
Right. I see they want you to wrinkle it to disguise the very clear seams.
Right. But hold on, let me just double check this package as well. Alright, let's see. These are definitely different tubes, but maybe they've got a couple of them, so I'm guessing these aren't the ones we need. Oh, those actually no. These ones are actually,
Okay, it's labeled 9-1.
which goes back to this one, but we don't. Normally they give you like.
Okay, it says 6.
Okay, so it's gonna be in this packet of 6. Cool. That's good to see. I will say this: normally when you're given stuff like extra cables and other things that's part of the kit, they do straight up have like an actual size comparison. on this.
Right.
regiment.
Yeah. See that too as well.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
Oh yeah, the rods and like
the rods. And
yeah,
stuff, yeah.
yeah, that definitely helps a lot. Should I say they do tell us to wrinkle it on using another piece? Oh. I shouldn't have deleted the translator app on my phone. Okay, let's just see what happens when I wrinkle over this. Oh. Love that we're covering all these like intricate mechanics.
Yeah, this
of
is a
build.
really cool looking skeletal
Yeah.
structure that's just getting completely covered up by piping, by low quality plastic piping.
Welcome to the military industrial complex, Joel.
I was gonna say, I come from the land of the military industrial complex. I basically live in one, so.
Okay. The problem is, I want to get it artfully wrinkled like they have in the frickin'.
It's not gonna be possible to make it look like it looks in the instructions. I guarantee you they used a better,
professional wrinkler.
well, I mean a better piece of piping. I bet you they actually had some that was cylindrical.
Yeah. God. I was about to make a joke about them using, them getting an invasion of piping because. So I found this cool thing, which is always one of my favorite like little factoids about Japan. So if you are like not just an expert in the field, like seriously, like straight a master.
Right.
And you are good enough, you can be qualified by the government as a major, which is just master.
Right.
And if you are that good and you choose to date an apprentice, and you pass off your title of major to them when you like pass away or retire,
Yep.
they actually take on your name as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense for like trades because people
Right.
will associate the name with the quality of the product that's being produced.
Right. But which is usually portrayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just one of my favorite things that there's a Major of Gunpla.
Sure.
Major Kawaguchi. He's like their main model guy they do for all like their expo stuff and like display pieces.
Right. That makes sense because like any creative design type thing is gonna have its like experts.
Yeah.
Because there are absolutely like masters of Lego design.
Yeah.
Those are the people who make like
Oh, yeah, what are they?
the massive structures at Legoland or the Lego store in the Mall of America, for instance.
Right. What they've got a specific name to them.
They do. It's their Lego's versions of Imagineers. And I forget
Yeah.
What that title is.
I didn't know my boyfriend's brother could have. He wanted to qualify as one. He was pretty good. But I think he decided to go with an actual like sustainable job.
Right. That's a real gamble of a career choice.
Yeah, that's a passion choice. So we got J 18 and 19. What might need to check if
J1.
Yeah, so I might need to see if there's another.
That's 16 and 19, by the way.
Okay, so if I get 16, 19, then you get 17 and 18. Because they actually have.
Right, because this is where the leg positions differentiate.
Yeah, so I'll just grab 16, 19 for myself and then pass over the frame. Alright. There you are.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, going back to the Pokemon thing, after what you said, like, that's also been my line of thinking with why I'm a little curious as to why people have been super excited for like a Pokemon RPG on the Switch, because I'm like, I'm not expecting huge things.
Yeah, no, it's... So, I'm honestly not entirely sure why they're doing it. Like, I get it's because people are demanding it, but the problem is they just started a new generation.
Yeah.
Specifically on 3DS, and
I'll take that.
they basically have two options. They can either cut this generation incredibly short,
Yep.
and just immediately release Gen 9, which means really burning through the Pokemon creation
Yeah.
process. rush it, either it's going to be another really small generation or have some really half-assed Pokemon designs because they need to get them out real quick.
Yep.
Just so that they can, have the new one on the new system, and that feels like it's selling the series short.
Yep.
The other option is they can just build off the framework they designed for this current generation, at which point it kind of feels like a waste of time and resources to release another big title on a brand new system with much more powerful hardware that's barely making use of it because it's beholden to an old stuff. Like, it's just bad timing to be doing a new generation, or to be doing a hardware switch. It's why that's why Black and White 2 released on the DS instead of the 3DS years before, or over a year after the 3DS thing. Like, it's just not going to be a good use of your resources.
Yeah, well, I'm also like, I don't know why people are so eager to get off the 3DS as well. Like, it still has a purpose in my eyes, at least.
Yeah, I find it frustrating because, it's a good system.
Yeah, right.
And unlike the Wii U, which, the Switch pretty much completely replaces.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm sure a lot of people traded in their Wii U to get a Switch. Like, you can easily own a 3DS and a Switch, just like you owned a 3DS and a Wii U. And, like, I understand the appeal to people of having just a single system that does it all.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like the Switch supportable, so I'm a little biased on that.
That's the thing, I don't want a home console to be portable. I don't care for that idea.
It's, like, for me,
I found out. We're actually going to put those pieces over the tubing. So yeah, as you can see here, like, you can still see the pieces visible.
Oh, okay. Which also serves the purpose of holding the tubing in place.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. To me, the whole appeal of the 3DS is that I can just throw it in my pocket when I'm going somewhere.
Right.
And it's... you can't do that with the Switch. It's much bulkier, it's... and quite frankly, it's... I feel like losing the second screen of the whole clamshell design and everything is a huge loss.
Right.
I've completely lost track of how this clamped on. Well, it's because I was going backwards. I was using the image, I wasn't hearing it.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. That's the first drop piece. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes it easier because we can slot these into these little, the tubing into those little
Yes.
divots, which actually makes things a lot easier.
Which I had done and slipped out.
It's at least a nice little reference point for me to go back to.
In there, please.
Please?
Nicely.
Okay, that actually looks nice in practice.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, okay, cool. Although it does kind of look like this Gundam was like, oh god, I've only got these like really nice pants on, and it's really like pouring around outside, I better put on the garbage bag, like...
Yeah, makeshift galoshes.
It's like a Gundam that's like going to the splash zone at SeaWorld. I'm gonna skip ahead just to see because I think at some point, oh no. Oh yeah, so we have to cut. How? gonna lie, it's annoying that we have to cut the tubing as well to like shorten it.
Oh, I mean, I guess that makes sense because they're mass producing it as a single size, and then we.
Right, which I can do. It's just annoying.
Well, I guess the other possibility is you just sprinkle it more.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna like, but then it builds up too much in the joint.
Oh, sure.
Unless, we can actually.
I don't know, because it feels like if you need some extra to stretch,
Yeah,
you can actually bend the legs.
Actually, I think it's more just. Hold on, I'm gonna check something.
Because just bear in mind that this is what we're seeing here is it fully.
I'm gonna look up the gun construction symbols explanation. I just go to it, just in case. Because I want to know exactly if that means cut or if it's like measure up to that. Like.
Right, if that's supposed to be a cut line, that is not a very clear indicator of how far that is. Like, they should be showing you a full length of that and you measure against it.
It's hard to be cut. I'm gonna see if we can break it further than like, if maybe be able to cut from there. Yeah, like.
Because that's very unclear. Like, that's not even really properly showing the full tube length. So it's not even giving you an idea of percentage-wise of where it's cut. That's just. I guess it's just saying eyeball it.
Yeah. Which I guess at least for like this sort of tubing is like it is pretty not supposed to be super accurate or anything. It's not like a cable that needs to actually be measured. Still. Alright, I'm gonna see what happens if I cut it around that point because I just need to see that point. Alright, it's actually not too hard cutting it. Yeah. Because yeah, you do actually get still a decent amount of excess from that.
Right at that joint.
All good?
There go the nippers.
Oh, I do it all the time myself. Good thing about the low quality nippers, they just don't break if you drop them.
Right.
Alright. More tubing, yay. I've got to attach another tube already over this one.
Well, man, we have to attach pieces over the top of the tubing, it looks like.
Yep, so just gonna have to...
That's gonna be rough.
Yay!
6B7.
Welcome to Master Grades, Joel, with all the gimmicks are kind of ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it makes sense when if you're gonna upgrade, like, both the quality and the build requirements. Like,
yeah, like
if you're gonna try and challenge people who are used to just snapping pieces together already,
right.
like, the best way to do that, I feel, is to add more complex, processes.
I do appreciate that they're at least upfront by calling them gimmicks. Like, that's the official name for them. Like, they know what it is.
Right, but I just mean, like, making people actually do different sorts of things.
Oh yeah, like not just
like like the skills you've already developed don't really help you with putting on this piping.
Exactly.
That's forcing you to continue to learn new.
Yeah, it's
new processes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Just want to see where that So there's another little divot for us to put this piece of tubing down. Oh. Which is apparently there. So this part here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, okay. Pick the hell of an X kit, Joel.
Yeah, well, I go by looks alone, and it's gonna look freaking cool.
Yeah. Welcome to Gunplay. Yeah, I go by looks alone. Yeah, like just. It's a fair point as well. If the robot doesn't look cool, then what's the point of buying it?
Yep, like, you're not just building this, you're gonna be displaying it. You want
Exactly.
that display to be rad.
Right, exactly. And this one is definitely, you know, because there's always monster grades for the most part are full display rather than like, you know, playing around like the high grades as action figures, but like
Right.
even if some high grades are pretty solid, you can like have fun posing them like multiple times and like make them look like, you know, cool action figures. But yeah, this one is definitely a statue one. Now here's the thing, here's the good part of the photos at the start. I want to go back and have a look at this, just see if these knees really like this tubing really does show up like that. It's gonna mostly be covered up, great.
So this feels very worth it then.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, let's file that off. I'm telling you, Jules, a Dremel would really up your game on this.
I know. One day. Yeah, one day I'll be the Dremel girl at Gunpla Club.
I think Dremel Girl is a position you get on Tool Time.
I don't want that position on tool time, Joel, I'm not gonna lie.
Look, you just make sure to like keep a good distance when Tim's doing demonstrations, and you'll be fine.
Don't just call him Tim. Don't do that.
Why? What's the problem with?
So many problems, Joel, I hate this.
Should I call him the Tool Man?
Whoa, that's actually worse somehow. Here's the problem, well, there's so much bunched up fabric that's almost like...
Yeah, so the one thing about this mostly being covered up is that I'm going to worry a lot less about how well I'm doing with this tubing. I
Right.
don't feel like I'm doing the best job.
Same. You know, small blessings and such.
I am very unclear on how this piece is supposed to work, but I think I'm getting it sorted. The problem with trying to connect stuff over the top of the tubing
Yep.
is that I have no visual reference to what
Right.
I'm going to plug in, which is bad for me because that's how I operate.
Same
So
here.
I'm just feeling it out, and when it actually connects to something, I'm assuming it's where it needs to be.
Yeah, because if it doesn't connect, then well, yeah. Wouldn't make sense for us.
Assembly by feel alone.
Yep.
Might be backwards, I think.
This is seriously like trying to put skinny jeans on a golf ball.
Ugh.
I mean, yeah, I wear skinny jeans, but I understand that not everyone's thing for a good reason.
I do not like being that.
Confined.
Yes.
That's fair.
I don't feel like feeling like my entire pelvis is being squeezed apart.
It's not everyone's thing.
There we go. Just have to rotate my thinking 90 degrees.
I'm gonna use that visual.
was able to.
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay, it went to sleep.
Okay, let's check the power.
We're gonna have, like, it's down to,
Right.
so. We'll check in with you later, folks.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Well, why am I saying thanks for watching? It's not even a stream.
Well, I mean, they'll be watching it, I assume.
They'll be watching it.
In order for us to address them, they have to be watching it.
That's very true. All
So,
right.
thank you for watching.
Yeah, we'll catch you later in part 2 of this build.